Hello, I'm Stephane Moser. I'm a senior DevOps engineer at Pipedrive, and today I'm coming to tell a story how we customize Helm to bring a good experience for developers. And first, let's try to show you what was my problem. The problem we have in Pipedrive that is we still used Docker Compose YAML to define applications in Kubernetes. And that means that that was really a strange thing. And you are asking why you are doing that. Well, that happens because we add a tentative to do a smooth migration. So we migrate from Docker Swarm to Kubernetes, and we want that developers didn't ever get a bad experience during that migration. So we create on-the-fly migration tool so that every time the developers run that deployment, they get their files translated. But we know that was not a good solution, and especially because that get out the context of the developers about Kubernetes, and then it's really strange for the newcomers when we start to explain about Docker Compose spec, and they in the end where they have Kubernetes. So we need to find a way to change that. So how to solve this problem? First, we do a lot of research. We research a lot about templating tools, customize, and all other different tools. And then we find Helm. And then in Helm, we have one idea. Why not use Helm libraries to abstract Kubernetes details? So we create a library about Helm with a different syntax, and then we can abstract all the complexity of Kubernetes and bring more focus of application context. So the developers only needs to care about that context. And also under the hood, we could inject best practices that we think that are the better for our company. But then we decided also to do a different thing. We decided that we DevOps tooling train a tribe that provides tools to the developers. We should try to use the same behavior or same framework that developers use to develop products. So what we try to do to use the same steps that developers use. So we did steps for research and brainstorming. We have drafts of the syntax, and then we bring the developers to the feedback loop. So we presented the prototypes to the developers, they evaluate, we interview the use case we propose, and then after we get roughly the first prototype, we did dog fooding. So we have the challenge of migrate our service using Helm so we can test everything or have the experience that our customers will have. So the process, the guides, the materials, and then we decide that when we finished our own dog fooding, we could release to the remaining company. And I can tell you, that was really the goals. And the thing is that we also went add some stuff like improved internal knowledge about Helm. So every element of my team should understand about Helm, make the route easy. So good documentation, good tools, and improve the knowledge about Kubernetes for developers. That meaning that when they move from the Docker Compose files to the Helm, they could understand better what they have in production and with Kubernetes. And one idea we had was that we select one developer or one engineer from our tribe, dedicate for a team to that engineers, and then after 2 weeks of workshops and training, that team should be able to run by its own self and migrate the remaining service by themselves. So we try to escalate or facilitate the knowledge, and then stimulate the team to do by itself. And I can tell you, that was not easy. At least I see some critical points that we had and problems. One of them was a funny one, was a Mexican standoff that we have in the team. So basically we are, we were 3 engineers and fighting about what was the best syntax for the tool. And we really didn't get any good arguments of why one solution was better than the other. And then we have a crazy idea. We asked to the customer, what they would like to have, and really was the way we killed that standoff. We bring the possible syntax we have and ask him what is more simple for you to understand. That was the way we find the best solution. Then the other solution we had, the other problem we had was the first of all, after our own dog fooding, after we preparing a lot, we think that we are ready for the first team. But they came with a lot of questions because they have a different use case. They started finding strange bugs, and then was really a rush in our team to try to evolve all the product, evolve the code, evolve documentation, evolve the guides. So it was really a rush try to mature the tool. But good thing that is, because we had that practice of getting feedback in interviews and have a quick feedback, we really was able to mature the tool in a quick way. And then we came with a nice surprise. After the second or third migration, we start hearing people that they are already migrating. And we think, how you mean they are already migrating? They start to learn from the guides, they start to see the workshops, then start doing the migration by itself. So that's meaning that all the work we had in the past, we was able to facilitate the team to go by their own without any great formal training. And that is the story how we use Helm to abstract Kubernetes for the developers. Sorry for probably the misleading title. I then bring a great jazz about tools, but I think that was the nice story we had in that process.